we can ignore, please. Yeah, we can start.
Totally ignore yesterday class. Okay, thank you.
The session is recording, so I'm going to start the first Docker installation on Linux operating system in Amazon EC2. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, clear.
So go to. Can you please go on mute, everyone? Good. So first step, I'm going to create a new Linux mission in Amazon. So go to Mumbai location EC2. Now let's create a new instance here, launch instance. This is I'm going to create a server in Mumbai location. The server is Ubuntu. And this server is I'm creating for Docker 01. Selecting the Ubuntu version. And version is 2204. And T2 micro, that's enough for me. Creating a new key pair. The same key pair I'm going to use for any Linux machine if I'm created that I will use here. In case of Ubuntu operating system, we can create the file will be downloading. Okay. In my desktop, keypads. That's it. I don't want to make any changes in the network level. You can see here, use existing security group, default one. Now I'm going to launch an instance. Here 8 GB is available. I'll make it a 15 GB of space. Okay. So even later also we can increase that volume. That's not a big deal. So this is the Elastic file system. And about the EBS volume, 15 GB I'm providing. So previously 8 GB, I increased to 15 GB. So initially for creation and all, not required. So, but I'm going to create a couple of images in this server. So that's why I'm selecting the 15 GB of storage space. Now click on launch an instance. Now the instance is creating. So now the server is running here. OK, now the server is running here. So the server has a public IP address and security group. I need to check the security group whether the incoming port SSH is enabled or not. So no. So what I'm trying to do, I'm going to select SSH port. I'm opening from the internet level, save it because it's a Linux operating system. I need to connect by using the SSH that you know very well. Go to the instances. Now the server is getting ready. So can you please open the PuTTY from your system? Now my PuTTY is this, and I'm going to copy the public IP address and paste the IP address here. Go to SSH authentication, browse my desktop, and here the pairs, select the PEM file. So if I'm selecting the PEM file, okay. So when I click here, when I click open, accept, it will ask login ID. Okay. So username is Ubuntu. Because of Ubuntu, username is Ubuntu only. So no supported authentication available. The public key format should be PPK. Okay, not PEM. So how to create a public PEM files to PPK? That you know very well. So go to start. Okay, so PuTTY Gen, there is a software is a PuTTY. So PuTTY Gen software you can directly download from internet. This is a file. I need to load this particular keeper file. This is a PEM file I need to select. Now can you to save the PPK file with the same name. Now can click save here. Now successfully the file is saved. You can check this in the desktop. You can check the desktop. See here, PPK file also ready. So what's the next step? Now this is the PuTTY console. Paste here, SSH authentication. Browse your PPK file and click open. Now you can type Ubuntu. Now you're successfully logged in. See guys, now I'm going to increase the font size of the server. Now can go to appearance, change, make it 18 font size, clear screen. So I successfully created one Linux machine. If I check the Docker -- version, okay, it is available or not? Docker -- version. So Docker version is not there. So if you want to install, you can run these commands to install it. Okay, but we will follow an article to install step by step. So go to Google, check Docker installation in Ubuntu. Now digital version document is perfectly good, and I'll just follow these commands. I copy sudo apt update, enter. So now app update is successfully doing now. Done. Next step, install the few prerequisite packages. Copy here. Why? The next GPG key official Docker repository. The next command you can run it. Okay, apt key is deprecated. So deprecated means old, so we don't require. Next, the policy. And install the Docker. Why? Now Docker is installing. You can remove the last CE -CE. Now clear screen. And we need to check the status of the Docker. So, and let's check the command. Docker service is not found. So recently someone is installed, right? That was working fine. No issues, right? Ravi or maybe Harish, somebody was
Yes.
installed.
Yes, Rajesh.
Oh, right. Reading, building, reading state, package C is not available, but refer to the another package. This is means that package is missing has been selected or it's only available. Maybe I can try this command sudo apt install docker io. Perfect. See guys, uh, due to version upgrades, small changes are there. Okay, so we cannot avoid that kind of issues. Okay, definitely we will face it. Okay, that's a lesson learning. Then we can go to check that Docker status. So Docker is active now. Okay, so now the job is over. Now the job is over. Now we can start working on the. Now we can start working on the commands practices. So guys, the first question is check Docker version. Okay, check Docker version. The command is Docker space -- version. This is a command to find out the Docker version. Suppose you want to log into the Docker. Okay, suppose you want to log into the Docker. The command is Docker login. So the first command is Docker -- version. So the Docker version is 20.10.25. So this is a one. It will be running on the Ubuntu. Next one is a Docker login. So it will ask username. So whatever the account you have created in hub.docker.com, that username and password you need to enter. So what is the purpose of your logging with the Docker hub.docker.com? In case if you created private repository that you can manage by using your login. Otherwise, no. But in our training, we are not practicing the private Dockers because hub.docker.com is completely public repositories. So we are not using this. Understand? So what is the purpose of Docker login is there? To managing the private repositories. So private repositories are secured images you need to manage in a separately. So the Docker login, when you're working in a company, the company IDs will get created. So the company will type with the hub.docker.com. They'll take a enterprise plans. They'll connect with the domain. They'll create ID and they're providing access to the hub.docker.com. With your email address, most of the projects, you will be getting connected to the Docker login and you'll enter the username and password. What are the private repositories you are created and managing for your project? That only you can managing. So public repositories, we are not entertained to create in the project level. Suppose if you don't want to use a Docker hub to create and store your images, and you can use a private repositories from the cloud services like Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud like that. Suppose if you have Amazon ECR, Elastic Container Registry, Azure Container Registry from Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Google Container Registry. So this type of application services are available to store your Docker images. Any questions? Clear screen. Suppose you want to check the images. Okay, so how can you check that? Suppose Docker set Ubuntu. So you need a permissions to fetch the information. So you can use a command sudo docker set Ubuntu and it will fetch what are the Ubuntu named images are available in the hub.docker.com. The total name. So whatever the image you want to search, you can directly type and you can find out it. So based on the stars, more ratings, that's the best one. And please avoid the low rating images. Are you clear? Even without entering sudo also, you can directly run docker search Ubuntu. In this case, you need to type sudo su, log into the admin. Then you can run the command. Okay. Docker search Ubuntu. Docker search Nginx. Docker search Alpine. So this is a way you can search like this. This is a way you can search any images from hub.docker.com. Suppose any image you want to download to your local system, that is your Docker station from the hub.docker.com, you can use a command called docker pull and image name. Suppose if I'm selecting Nginx, sorry, I need to write the notes, right? So Docker login is done. Next, Docker set image name. So here Docker login is to manage private Docker images from Docker client. You can use a command called Docker login. The next one, to search any image from hub.docker.com, you can use this. Example, Docker search Nginx. Step number 4, to download image from hub.docker.com. So the command is Docker pull image name. Example, Docker pull Nginx. Here, so now the latest image it will find out and it will pull. So normally I'm pulling only single image, right? Why this much of data is pulling from the hub.docker.com? So basically a Docker image is not a single file. So depends on the updation every time. It creates a layer by layer, layer by layer. So all the layers from the day one, the software is when created, the image is created, all the layers will get stored in the single image. So the updation will be there. The updation will be there. Suppose you have downloaded the image, right? Do you want to check? Images are available or not? To check image list to check the image list. The command is Docker images. Okay, Docker images. See, Nginx is downloaded 41 hours ago. 41 hours ago means it was created actually. It was created. Recent software I downloaded. To see the detailed information. So to see the history of Nginx. Okay. To check detailed history of image, the command is Docker history image name. So can you please type that? Example, Docker history Nginx. So let's go here. Docker history. You can see here. This is a detailed information about the particular image. What was date? Everything is showing here.
Rajesh, sorry for interrupting. One question.
Mhm.
So is this each image will create a container?
That will be a next thing. So right now I'm talking about images only. The hub.docker.com, what are the images are there? I'm explaining about in detail information about the image. Okay. So
Oh,
once image is ready, then I'll go for content. Yes, I'll cover this topic in this session only.
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you are understand about the image or history?
Yes, yes, I can.
Clear? Okay. So my intention is I want to cover all the commands in single video. Okay. So if anyone want to check all the commands in one video, this is a video. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. So now you understand what is the history the Nginx was available. So, but when you check that hub.docker.com, if you check that Nginx, so Nginx is available. But when you give this command docker pull, only the latest image was downloaded. Latest image is downloaded. See, you can see this message, latest. Huh? Suppose I need a previous versions to download. I need a previous versions to download. How can you get that? Suppose 1.25.2. 1.25.2. Okay. So that one I needed. So what is the command is to download specific version of image. Okay, how to do that? Docker pull, okay, image name colon tag number, okay, tag number. This is the format. Example, Docker pull Nginx 1.25.2. 1.25.2. This is the command. Okay. I'm going to execute. See, before that, Docker images. Right now, only latest one is there. Now, you can see this. Docker pull when I'm giving this, digest status download newer image of 1.25.2 Docker image here. Now, if I'm run this command, so previous one, and the latest one, both are there. But actually, what you need to understand. So when we are giving only Docker image, okay, Docker image, it will display all the images. Docker pull only image name if you provided latest one, it will download. Even the latest image version is 1.25.2. So that's why image ID both are showing same. So same version is there. Suppose before that version we need to download. Before that. Okay. Before that means what? So 1.24.0. Shall we download now? Yeah. 24.0. Now it will download the file because previously it is already updated. That's why it is referring that point. Now it was downloading and the digest ID, status, Docker version, everything will be showing. Now we can check the Docker images. Now it is showing 1.24.0 is a previous version of 1.25.2. This is the image ID. Understand? Are you clear?
I mean, it's just like the version. Anything else that we need to understand?
Only version. Yes, only version.
Only version. So it's 125, 124. There is nothing
Exactly.
big things. It's just like
Yeah.
we can understand. Okay, understand.
So every application is a different versions, right? So the specific version, if you want, you can download and you can pull it from hub.docker.com. I hope everyone is clear now. So you know the pull images.
Rajesh, I have one.
Okay.
In real time, how will you work out in this version place, version comment?
Real time, this class
The
is
particular
not
they
different. No, Ravi. Real time and this class is not something different. Both are same. The names are different. Maybe application name is different. Application version is different. But work, nature, everything is same. No changes at all. Example, maybe you're asking that question. You're working on one of the application. So maybe application name is Bubblefire. Example application name is Bubblefire. And you are updated the images on the hub.docker.com. It has a 10 versions at 10. And you are the senior most engineer in the team. And Ramya is joined recently in your team. And she is working on the application development. So when she is asking to you, hey Ravi, I'm new join in your team. So can you please let me know what is the version we need to work on the application images? You are telling that, hey, so there's a Bubblefire is the application which is running on the production. So currently the production version is 10.8. So you can start work on that. So now she will go to hub.docker.com and she will find out Bubblefire and she will be downloading the application. She start working on it. Understood?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Maybe the based upon the client requirement, they will mention the version numbers.
Exactly.
We need to pull that, correct?
Yes. So next, I want to know what is the inside, what's information inside that particular image. Okay. To inspect image, to inspect Docker image. Docker inspect image image name. Example, Docker inspect image. Image name is suppose Nginx. Now take here. Now hit enter. See the complete detailed information about the Nginx image. They're written in some code. They're written in some code. The detailed information. So there's some application developer is created this image, right? Yeah. The complete information is available. This is called Docker inspect. So not only Docker images will be displaying the images, even one more command also is there. Docker image ls. These are Docker images. This is Docker image ls. Both are same, no changes.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we are giving the command Docker inspect now. Which image data the data is showing there? 1.24 at 1.25 latest.
Can you please repeat your question, Gopi?
Yeah, you given that inspect now. Inspect data.
Inspect.
Docker
Yeah.
inspect image. There are
Ah.
3 images are there. 1.24 is there. 1.25 is the latest is there.
Now can tell me, maybe
Which-
based
which-
on your thought.
I think latest, is
only,
showing.
right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, latest.
Okay,
If you
okay.
want inspect, okay. A specific image like a 1.24.0, you can check this function. Okay,
Okay.
clear. So guys, next question is how to create a container. First of all, before creating a container, we can learn to check containers. Okay, to check containers, the command is Docker ps. Okay, to check command is Docker ps. Now can go here, Docker ps, nothing is there. So actually Docker ps command is only for, okay, Docker ps command is only for running containers, to check running containers. Maybe if any command is there to check all running and not running containers. Command is Docker ps-a. So no stopped and running containers in our environment. So how to create a container? How to create a container? To create container from image. Command is Docker create image name. Image name or else tag number. Anything would be fine. Example, Docker create Nginx are like this. So shall we start creating a container. So Docker create Nginx. So container is created. This is a container ID. Okay. So to check that, right? Docker PS, but it is not showing. Why? Maybe the Docker is not running.
It's not
The container
running.
is not running. Yeah, you can say this. But when the container ID, even though this much of big, only first few characters only it will be showing as a container ID. You don't want to enter entire the line. Are you clear? So it is created, status is created, but it is not running. Okay. Are you clear?
Yes.
Next command. How to run the containers. How to run the container. So Docker start. Container ID or container name. Anything would be fine. Example. Docker start. So this is a container. Or Docker start name. Okay. Right. So now the Docker is created. Okay. Docker is created. That means container is created. And how to start this command, I need to run it. So Docker start and followed by Docker container ID, hit enter. Now it is started. Now it is started. Now you can run the command only Docker PS. Now it will show you and it will show the status up to 6 seconds. So 6 seconds back, the server is started. 18 seconds back, the server started. So that if you run the command Docker PS, you can check that when the Docker is run. So what is uptime? When it is created, so everything you can check that. And this server is running on which port number? Which port number? Everything you can see in the detail. Suppose you want to create a Docker container. Instead of with the container name, I need a specific name I want to create it. Container ID, I want to create with the container name. So clear. So Docker create, right? So image ID we have provided, right? So the same, the syntax is create container with the name. Docker create hyphen name Name you can provide, and image name. Type your container name. So example, Docker create hyphen name. I want that web server 01 Nginx. This is a name I needed. Now it is created. Docker ps-a. You can see this web server 1. Yeah. So next, if you want to start the container, start container with name Docker start container name. Example, Docker name web server 01. You can see this. It is only created. It is not running. Okay. Now what we need to do, Docker start web server 01. Now it is started. See guys, 3 seconds back, the server is started. Any other question?
I think if we just finish it, I mean, like all those comment is in one place, and after the session we can question. That would be better.
Very good. So next, I want to remove the containers. So before remove the container, maybe I want to stop the container. Okay. I want to stop the container. So right now, Docker ps-a, these two containers are running. So how to stop the container? How to stop the container? Docker stop container ID, or maybe container name. Example, Docker stop Nginx. Sorry, there's a container, right? Web server 01. So now you can check that Docker stop web server 01 successfully stopped. Exited. Again, you want to start? Yeah. I want to remove the container. Docker RM container ID. So example, Docker RM. So what is the message is coming? You cannot remove running containers. So what we need to do?
First, we need to stop the container. Then
Stop the container. Then you can remove. Successfully removed. Now you can check only one container is there. Even that also we need to remove. Yes, we can remove that. Docker RM. This is the container ID. Even this is also running. Docker stop. Done. Then you can remove. Now finally you can check no containers. Next is Docker image. Remove Docker images. Docker RMI image ID. Docker images. Okay. So now Docker RMI, the image ID. This is the image ID. Now can check this. Only two. Docker images dot. Sorry. So now check the Docker images. Two images are there. I want to remove all the images. Docker RMI. Now can check the Docker images. Still it is running. Why? Any problem?
The command is wrong.
Command is wrong, right? Okay. Docker RMI. Unable to delete, must be forced. Okay. Why? Because of maybe two images are there. That's why. Let me check -f. Now can check this. No images are there. So additionally, one more command. Forcefully remove Docker image. Docker RMI-F image ID. So that's it. So overall, all the commands we have discussed. So now I can ask you questions one by one.
Rajesh, can I ask a question?
Sorry?
Can I ask one question?
Yes, please.
We can delete at a time all the images.
Yeah, we have the commands started that I need to find out that. Yes, we have that. That's not a best practice. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Unfortunately, if you're removing that, so that will be impacting a big issue.
Okay.
So
In
one by
which
one is
condition-
best one.
In which condition we should use forcefully images will be deleted?
Sometimes it will not releasing maybe multiple. Just now we have seen that like images are multiple images with the same name. Okay. So then you can use the forceful.
Okay. If running the images, we should not able to delete, right?
Sorry?
If images are running,
Hmm.
we should not able to delete, right?
Image is running means its container is running, right?
Container.
Image will not directly run.
Yes.
Yes.
Image will run inside the container. Operating system will be running on the virtual machine. Operating system will be running on the physical computer. So definitely image will be running on the Docker container. Without Docker container, it won't. So now if you're deleting the container means there is no container. Now only image is there, you can remove it.
Once we deleted the image, can we able to get back again?
Once you
Deleted, can we get back again?
no. No.
It means that it asking about the restore something.
Yeah, yes.
I'm not sure. So maybe somewhere else it will be saved in the recycle bin. Okay. Maybe from where else you can restore it. So
We
that I
can
need
pull
to check.
same image from Docker Hub again, right?
Sorry,
We can pull same image from Docker Hub again, right?
same image. So that only we did, Ramya. Docker pull Nginx,
No,
Docker
once
pull Nginx
deleted.
1.24.0 image we downloaded, right?
Yes, once a container will be deleted, we can pull same image from the Docker Hub and we can launch a new container with that.
Suppose if your image is removed from your local system, okay, so definitely the copy is available on the hub.docker.com or maybe Elastic Container Registry, like in Amazon or maybe in Azure, you can download it, re-download it. We have a copy, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, that's
No
right.
problem. In case if you are modified in the local Docker client, maybe some changes was did, maybe that image was removed, maybe some options are restoring or backup restorations or options are available that we can do that. But I never did that. Okay, if you want, I can check and get back to you in the next session.
Without running the container with that image. So until that image is um, like we cannot use the functionality of that.
I'm not getting your question. Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, we have pulled one image from Docker Hub and we have launched a container with that image. Okay, but for suppose we didn't running any container with that image until that whatever the Nginx server is there, right? So that was not working, right?
Exactly,
When we
right.
launched the
So
container only,
container
it will work.
is a platform where we can run our Docker images. If you want to access application, container should be running like a mission, like your computer. So image is your operating system or maybe application, something is there that you are keep it on that, then you're running it.
Can we pull unlimited images or can we run unlimited containers in our, I mean, Docker server?
Yeah, you can do that. No issues. I created two engines, Nginx. I created today. 2 engines I ran. So one is a 1.25 version and one is 1.24 version. See that in your personal computer, can we run the latest version and previous version, any application like a Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer is like that? Is this possible? No. Either you need to remove and you install the fresh one, either existing one will get upgraded. But here,
Yes.
not like that. Separate container level. You can run different versions. That is possible only in the container technology.
Okay. That means we can run multiple containers in our Docker service.
Obviously,
Multiple, yeah.
obviously.
Unlimited. It was unlimited, or is there any
It
maximum?
depends on your server capacity.
Okay.
Rajesh, can we apply the patches for that image?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Rajesh, I have one question, Rajesh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nginx means that one is the web application server, right?
Now you should not concentrate, Ravi, any names and all. Okay. Some application, some XYZ application. What is your role and responsibility? Leave it. One day, I'll take all the applications like Ubuntu, Nginx. So like that, nearly 4 to 5 applications. I will explain one application, what it is, what we are doing in the real-time environment. With this, what we can achieve, that I can explain. Okay. Now can focus only any operating system, sorry, any application, how we can manage on the Docker environment. That only you can see. Okay.
Sure, Rajesh.
That only you can see. So I'm cut down into small pieces. Then we can learn the Nginx. Okay, so that you can completely learn on the separate class. So how the Tomcat Apache will be working, how the Windows web service is working, how Nginx is working, you can easily understand. So you already attended my previous sessions and you know what is meaning of Windows web services clearly. You're able to install, you're able to manage, and you're able to deliver the applications on the IS. You learn one application. Same way, I'll explain few more applications also, like a MySQL. Different applications I'll explain. Nearly 4 to 5 applications I'll explain end of this course. So Nginx means don't bother, but it's an application, some XYZ application. What is the roles and responsibility? We'll discuss it in the separate class. Because of I need some technology definition is needed, then I'll explain completely to the scratch to the top level. You'll be comfortable to understand the technology. Otherwise, okay, Nginx means maybe is a monitoring server. Nginx means load balancer means you can keep on thinking in the same level. Okay, in Docker, only we can install the web applications, only container application, only load balancer application. You have some wrong thought. Okay, don't create that wrong thought in the day one. So what you understand is any kind of applications we can deploy on the Docker environment. Example is Nginx. Maybe example is Ubuntu. Example Tomcat. Example MySQL. Like that. Okay, last command. The command is how to create container and create a container and start the container in single step. In single command, we need to create and we need to run it. So Docker images. No images are there. Docker pull Alpine. Alpine is some Linux operating system image. The latest one it is downloading. Huh? Perfect. Now can check Alpine is readily available. Okay. Now what I'm going to do that Docker run ---- name example web server 2. What is the application name is? Sorry, image name is Alpine. Now can hit enter. Done. Now can check the Docker ps-a. It was created and it is running 6 seconds ago. Right. Now what we need to do now, you can check the Docker ps. Now it is not running. Now what we need to do, Docker start web -02. Now you can check this. Now it is running. I think there's a problem is that Docker start. Maybe some image level problem. Okay, leave it. So in a single level, in single command, we can create and create a container. So that is possible here with single command. So going forward, after creating the container, how you can connect the container and how to modify. So how to manage the container image that we will see. So please practice this. Okay, all the commands. So one command a couple of times you need to check. In case of any doubts, you can ask me tomorrow. Thank you all.